Hey there, Loyola. Welcome to senior night here at the Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Megan Carabelli.
And I'm Joe Flaherty. You know, it's hard to believe this is the first, actually, and last time we'll ever be behind this desk.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like I should tell you the truth about me, Joe.
Really? What's that?
I don't actually know anything about sports.
Oh, I already knew that. Ever since you told me you were a Red Wings fan, that was pretty clear to me. But, actually, Megan, I think I should tell you the truth right now, too.
What have you been hiding?
I'm Brick Tamland.
Duh, I know that. You know I watch you put the glasses on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know you still look the same, right?
Ah, it's the faux hawk, isn't it?
More like everything.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess the spike doesn't help me, but you know who the spikes are helping.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's men's volleyball. How's that for a transition to start the show? Heading into yesterday's conference semifinal matchup against IPFW, the top-ranked Ramblers hadn't dropped the match in 109 days. But even with home court advantage, it's tough to beat any team 3 straight times, much less the 14th ranked team in the nation. Loyola's male athlete of the month, Cody Caldwell, and the Ramblers had their eyes on returning to the Mehta championship match. But hold your horses. This error by Joe Smalzer dug the Ramblers into an early 6-point deficit. After eking out a first-set victory, some words of wisdom from head coach Shane Davis got the defense clicking. Nick Olson stuffs this attempt for one of his team-leading 5 blocks. Later, Caldwell laces home his 10th kill to give the Ramblers the straight-set sweep. Hey, check it out after this. Free chocolate for everybody. And after coming down from a sugar high, Olson described how the team was able to turn things around after a rough start.
I think we just stepped up our service receive. That's what we struggled in the very beginning. And it just slowly got better, and that's our bread and butter. That's what we run everything off is our service receive, and that's what got us our win.
And that victory extends the team's winning streak to a program record 24 matches. It also sets up a rematch for the Mehta title. They'll look to ground the Lewis Flyers once again this Saturday at 7 from the comforts of Gentile Arena.
Big news for the men's basketball team. 5 players won't be returning to the court next season. Matt O'Leary, Cody Johnson, Jordan Pickett, Jeremy King, and Nick Osborne will be transferring to new schools starting this fall. Left with only 1 forward in Christian Thomas, Loyola's already signed 2 new forwards, Montel James and Jay Newth. James spent last season at Coffeyville Community College, while Newth is a new recruit from Johnston, Iowa. We reached out to head coach Porter Moser about the news, but he declined to comment.
With the men's basketball roster in a bit of flux at the moment, we prefer to focus on a hoop and a ball of a slightly smaller size. A Nerf hoop, to be exact. It's time to bust out that poster machine. Jillian Schwartz has the collection of the nastiest mini alley-oops we've thrown down this semester and this week's MVC Top 3.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's edition of the MVC Sorta Top 3, Sorta MVC, because we're with Sorta Dunks. We're counting down our Sorta Dunks with our Sorta athletes. We've taken a look at athletes across the entire year, but it's time to bring in some of our own. So, number 3 of the Nerf Dunks comes in with Nick Amatangelo, somewhat suspecting at his news desk. At the end of the show, Chris and Joe set it up. Come in. Nick knows exactly what's going on. That's why he's at number 3. But I have to say, at the end, we get slow motion in this clip as well. He just takes it. You just got to do that when you're in that situation. Stays professional. Classic. Number 2, moving on to Jake Mazanke, who after finishing up his own NBC Top 3 little segment is also somewhat suspecting of what's about to happen. But my favorite part here is when Chris actually lands in a straddled position on his lap. And then coming in at number 1, because it is completely spontaneous. Nick has no clue what's going on. Chris and Joe set it up, throw it down. And that's all we got. That's all we're good at is dunking Nerf balls. So we're going to leave it to the athletes, and I'm going to stick to Dunkaroos. Back to you guys at the desk.
I have a feeling someone's going to try and dunk on me at any second.
Well, I mean, you did try to insult my playoff-making Red Wings, so at this point, if anyone tries to go airborne on you, I'm certainly not going to help you.
Fine. I'll just channel my inner Joaquin Noah and block them. Snaps.
So, is there anything as Nerf track? Because that's my next story, and I
don't think so.
The track team left California with a new record last weekend. The women's 4x400 meter relay team finished 11th place overall at the Mount Sac Relays, setting the number 2 all-time record at Loyola by 4 seconds. Over in Norwalk, California for the Beach Invitational, Chris Stroop took home a 3rd place in the 200-meter dash and a 6th place in the 100-meter dash. Sam Penzenstadler missed his best in the 800-meter run by only 1 second. In other news, Olivia Clark was named Loyola's Female Athlete of the Month. She will go down as Loyola's first female track athlete to earn an MVC title. To catch the team in action again, they are competing this weekend in Des Moines, Iowa for the Drake Relays and the Benedictine Invitational in Lisle, Illinois.
Well, not only do Loyola athletes sprint, they shoot, they stuff, they spike, and I sit right here at the anchor desk and tell you all about it. But today it's different. Today, I say enough with the suit and jacket. I may only be a few weeks from graduating, but I'm finally taking my shot at proving I was slighted out of an athletic scholarship. This is Pros versus Joe.
As much as I love talking about sports, I'm also pretty good at playing them, if I do say so myself. After all, you are looking at the starting pitcher for the 2006 Chopin Park All-Star Game and the 2008 MVP for the Norwood Basketball Summer League. Not bragging, just saying. But very few athletes here at Loyola could boast such an impressive resume. That's why today I decided to ditch the studio and hit the courts to take on some of the Ramblers at their own games.
We took to Hallis Rec Center for my first challenge, a 3-point shootout against 3-point specialist Bailey Farley. Got to beat the best at their best, right? Little did she know, I have a storied past from beyond the arc.
You know, I was a sharpshooter back in the day in high school, so this is kind of my forte.
Even though Farley led the team with 39 made threes this past season, she couldn't help but be a little worried.
I've witnessed him shooting around a little bit, and I'm a little scared, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
As for the actual competition, things started off pretty bad, and, well, they got worse.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that.
I only ended up hitting 3 shots while Farley hit 5, meaning round 1 goes to the pros. But luckily on my way back to Gentile,
I think I see Miss Aaron Thomas over here, so I have a shot at some instant redemption.
to make matters worse, she was wearing a Miami Heat jersey. I had to beat her on principle alone. Properly warmed up and on a real court, I hit 8. But Thomas was basically automatic. She knocked down 11 shots out of 15, making me 0 for 2 on the day.
Damn, machine.
So I decided to test my luck outdoors, first at Sean Earl Track and Field.
Oh yeah, born ready.
I met up with our own Chris Lehman and challenged him to a race because, hey, how hard can it be to run in a straight line?
It comes down to who's got the better faux hawk. And I think mine's a little more aerodynamic.
Let's take a look at the faux hawks right here.
Yeah.
As we stepped up to the starting line, I was feeling pretty confident. Until...
Go!
Did you guys just see that?
That wasn't even close.
That was rough. I felt bad.
I can't justify that at all. He was so fast. He was so fast.
I figured a change of location would definitely change my luck. So I headed to Hoyne Field to meet up with Tim Dobrovolsky and Haley Merrill of Loyola's soccer teams. The task seemed simple enough. Score on Tim, stop Haley. I even got some last-second tips on Dobrovolsky's weak spots.
Well, see that like upper 90? They basically put it there, and there's nothing he can do if you go upper 90.
Okay.
But I think she might have been lying, because Tim had the entire top shelf covered.
Oh!
All 3 times.
Oh!
When it was my turn to step into the net, Tim did his best to coach me up. He even gave me his gloves. Ironically, I quickly found out that I react extraordinarily slowly. But, lo and behold, on Merrill's last attempt...
Oh!
Oh, the pressure! Does that count as a
That
block?
counts!
Yes! I'm shooting this ball. It's mine. It's the gloves. It was the gloves. This is the first thing I've ever won.
So I escaped with one small victory. But this experience has shown me I should probably forego the 4 years of NCAA eligibility I have left.
Hey, next time, right?
Yeah, No, I'm not good at all. I'm not good at all.
I should probably just stick to my day job.
This is comfortable though.
Yeah, so the lesson I learned is if you see a college sporting event and think, hey, I can beat them. No, you can't. I'm sorry.
Speaking of some lovable losers, Rebecca's here to tell us about some more.
Well, I am here sporting the Cubby Blue today, and they won 9-1 at our senior night on Tuesday. But let's talk about the anniversary they celebrated this week. This Week in History remembers the 100-year anniversary of the first game ever played at Wrigley Field. On April 23, 1914, Wrigley Field hosted its first game and is the only Federal League ballpark still standing. When it first opened, not only was it not known by the current name of Wrigley Field, but it also was not inhabited by the ever-loved Chicago team, the Cubs. The park started out as Weigman Park and was initially hosted by the Chi-Feds, the flagship franchise of the Old Federal League. The Old Federal League was the last professional baseball circuit to attempt a shot at being a third major league in addition to the National and American. However, after the conclusion of the 1915 season, the Federal League folded, allowing the Cubs to claim the field starting in 1916. The stadium became known as Cubs Park in 1920, and 6 years later took on the name Wrigley Field in honor of William Wrigley, Jr., who was the owner at the time. Ever since then, the Chicago Cubs have called Wrigley Field their home, winning over Chicago for most of the past century. And that's it for This Week in History.
Very cool. Thanks, Rebecca.
Yeah, I feel like I just took a tour. You know, it seems like 100 years has passed since Loyola women's softball has been able to play on their own home diamond. The bitter winter has only allowed the team to play 4 of their first 43 games at Loyola Softball Park, but the ladies have been making the most of the comforts of home this week. On Tuesday, the Ramblers picked up a 4-3 win over conference foe Indiana State behind a strong performance from ace Brittany Gardner. She punched out 6 Sycamores, say that 5 times fast, to push her conference-leading strikeout total to 121. Taryn Schaefer and Olivia Bell each picked up 2 RBIs in the win. The Ramblers were victorious by the same score the next day in Game 1 of their doubleheader against Northern Illinois. Lauren Moore and Jacqueline Murphy both went deep in support of Ashley Rogers, who picked up her 5th victory. But the real fun came in the nightcap. The Ramblers used a 5-run 7th inning to tie the game at 9 and send it to extras. And with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th, Schaefer sent the Ramblers home happy by slapping an RBI single through the left side to give the team a hard-fought 10-9 victory. Loyola now holds its longest winning streak of the season at 3 games and hopes some more home-cooked magic is in store this weekend as they host the Evansville Purple Aces for a 3-game set.
The women's golf team finished 9th place out of 10th overall last weekend at the Missouri Valley Championships. The team beat their own 54-hole school record from earlier this season at the Kawawa Island Intercollegiate. Senior April Ollendorf finished off the tournament with a 226 alongside senior Christy Togner, with both sharing 11th place. On the men's side, the Ramblers took home 5th place out of 11 at the Earl Yestings-Meyer Invitational. The team finished with 1,134 strokes, just 16 strokes ahead of Chicago State, who placed 6th. Nick Dennis led the Ramblers with a combined 222, leaving him with a 9th place overall. The Ramblers will continue on to the Missouri Valley Championships in Silvis, Illinois on Monday.
Yikes, 1,100 strokes? That sounds like my handicap. Anyways, sometimes it's important to read between the lines.
This is what happens when you do that.
Mind-blasting Gumal created a taste of alpaca. Swiss Miss Tea Bamboo Hearts Maker.
And I'm a big tub of Jello.
I gotta poo. Top of my thirst, showers mat, spitting glass thong.
And I'm a big tub of Jello.
You know, went out to get some shoes, went out to get some jewelry, making some cookies with an elephant. Same old, same old.
I farted.
Well, the glasses sit on my face. But like some of the other things I haven't thought about could be on my head. Mysterious? That's good.
And I'm a big tub of Jello.
If you're gonna pee, you're gonna pee straight.
A dirty tree. I'm praying in between Misty and Thunder Sneeze 10.
And I'm a big tub of Jello.
So apparently I have to poo?
Well, at least you're not a big tub of Jello.
Well, want to know what's full of poo? This ramble.
Oh, wait, I thought that was Jello.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the last ramble of the season. Woo! Yes! We got the energy, we got the contestants, and we got the question. Who has the best sports city? And so we're going to dive right into it. We're going to start with Bridget.
Well, as you all know, I love where I'm from. I'm from Boston, and that is by far the best sports city of all time. You think about this. Decade of dominance, city of champions, title town, call it whatever you want. Patriots have won 3 Super Bowls since 2001. They've appeared in 2 more and played in 3 additional AFC title games. They've also won their division 11 of the last 12 years and have arguably the best quarterback of all time. Red Sox broke their 86-year curse and then 9 years later clinched the World Series at Fenway for the first time in 95 years. They throw in another World Series in between, and they also appeared in the AL Championship Series another time. This one Boston baseball team has more World Series wins in the past 10 years than the 2 Chicago teams combined. That's just to start it off. Then you got the Celtics, who turned their franchise around in one offseason, were the creators of the concept of the Big Three in modern basketball. They have won 1 NBA championship, were minutes away from a second, and made 2 additional Eastern Conference Finals appearances since 2000. Bruins have made the playoffs for 6 straight seasons, have a Stanley Cup, and yes, I know they were 17 seconds away from a second. They also are currently the best team in hockey until someone beats them because they have the
Before you dive in, one quick correction. I would still credit San Antonio with the first big 3 of this generation. Parker, Ginobili, Duncan. Get in there.
The first big 3.
Oh,
Dennis Rodman.
Modern.
Yeah.
That's go ahead.
1990s is pretty modern. I was alive, so big 3. The first big 3. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman.
First big 3 ever, though.
Fair enough.
Dennis Johnson, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale.
Let's be honest, though. Larry Bird is on the record saying God disguised as Jordan was who was on the court when he played against Michael Jordan.
I will never deny that Michael Jordan is probably the best basketball player.
I'll deny it.
He is the best basketball player. But it's not just Jordan that's played for Chicago. Let's be honest. Derrick Rose, youngest MVP in the history of the league. He came from Chicago. Jabari Parker, the guy that's going to be the first overall draft pick.
He's not going to play in Chicago.
He's not going
to play in Chicago, but he's still from Chicago.
We're talking about professional sports teams, not where they were born.
But hey, it still is important. And Derrick Rose was born and raised here, and he
I'll
is
give
the
you Derrick
MVP.
Rose because he plays here, but we're talking about your professional sports team. Jabari Parker plays for Duke, and, well, the Bulls do not have a lottery pick. They're not going to have a lottery pick, so they're not getting Jabari Parker.
Because they're great. You, on the other hand, are not in the playoffs this year?
It's a rebuilding season.
Just like last season and the year
fine,
before.
but we were in the playoffs last year.
See, our MVP went down, and we still ended up with the 4 seed in the East.
Okay, let's talk about the other sports now. Yeah, the East is the worst.
The East may be bad, but we still made it and you didn't.
Let's move on to another sport then.
All right, moving on.
Fair enough.
Let's talk about some hockey. Now, the only stat I need to say, although I do have more, is 17 seconds. 2013 Stanley Cup Finals. Boston was leading 2-1 against the Blackhawks.
I don't need a recap. I watched the game.
And you watched your
everybody
team
else here watched the game.
lost.
Yes,
you
that
watched your
was
team lose.
One game. That was one game.
No, it was 4 games because we won the Stanley Cup.
Sorry, it was one series, not an entire history of a franchise.
Okay, you want some history? Chicago Blackhawks. They have 3 Selke Trophy winners. Bruins only have 2.
Great.
Hawks. They have 7
We'll have
Norris
a third
Trophy.
at the end of this year.
That's what you say now, but let's be honest. There's no guarantee of that until the votes are cast.
Yeah, except Bergeron played 10 times better than Taves did this year, but we'll keep that out of there.
It's subjective. Subjective.
Let's be honest, the stats are on Bergeron's side. But
Hawks
we'll
have 7 Norris Trophy winners to your 3. So stats are on the Blackhawks side with that. In addition, we have Bill Masenko. He scored a hat trick in the shortest amount of time in the history of the NHL.
Great. Want to talk about hat tricks?
He scored 3 goals in 21 seconds.
You want to talk about hat tricks?
21 seconds. He was on the Hawks.
First and only defenseman to ever score 9 hat tricks, Bobby Orr. Only defenseman to lead the league in scoring, Bobby Orr. Only player to ever win the Norris, the Ross, the Hart, and the Conn Smythe. That's 4 major awards in one season, Bobby Orr. Second all-time in career plus-minus, Bobby Orr. 5th in career points per game average, Bobby Orr. 270 goals in 657 games, Bobby Orr. A defenseman. Great. Wayne Gretzky is the best forward of all time.
Yes, he is.
Your best defenseman of all time, Bobby Orr. Do you have the best player ever in any part of that in hockey on your team? No. Sorry.
All right, guys, we got a sports wash right now.
Yes, we
so
do.
Hit me with one fact, each of you. Final closing argument. Keep it short. Closing argument. Why is your city the best?
Well, I have 2 names. Michael Ditka and Walter Payton.
So one season?
Hey, not only was it a wonderful season, it was the best defensive season a team has ever put together in the history of the league. In addition, who did they beat that year? Oh, right, they slaughtered, not beat, slaughtered the New England Patriots. And the Patriots have not really done too much in their history. They have 3 championships, yes,
also,
but they only have those because of Spygate.
Right, but
Let's be
also
honest.
they don't. But I'm
a final argument.
Okay, so you want to bring in a pair? Let's bring in Belichick Brady. 3 world championships. 3 world championships. I didn't finish the word. 3 additional AFC title games. 11 of the last 12 years in the playoff. They've won their division. Oh, and total championships for the entire city of Boston, 34. 11 of those coming in the last 14 years. Can't top that. Sorry. Game over.
I disagree. Chicago, actually, little known fact, hosted the first automobile race in 1895. NASCAR, the most popular spectator sport in the nation, started in Chicago.
Guess what, Nick? If we were talking about irrelevant facts, that would probably be
I think the most popular spectator sport in the nation is pretty relevant.
That's fine.
NASCAR fans out there, come on.
You know? All right. You know what? So here's the deal. I was sold on Boston.
No.
I will let that minor NASCAR argument, that's actually a pretty good argument, I'll let it sway me. And you guys both honestly rep your city, and I can't give anyone.
Is he pulling a Brendan Bond?
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. For real, I hate to do it. I'm too competitive to do this. But there's no way I can pick one or the other there. That was a well-fought argument on both sides. And
come on, Chris.
LA wins. That's all it is.
No, you got to pick a winner. I can throw some more at you.
I can too.
11 NBA championships, 8 straight.
With 8 teams in the league.
Has anybody else ever won 8 straight? Even when there were just 8 straight teams in the league?
UCLA.
Okay, UCLA.
Are you guys arguing for me to win this?
No, I'm not. Brendan is.
I mean, I'm just saying. We got LA.
The most recent head-to-head between Boston and Chicago would be the Stanley Cup.
Actually, no, it would be, if we're talking about games in general.
Championships.
Okay, it would be that Stanley Cup.
And who won that? Not Boston.
Yeah, but we're going to win it this year, so that's all
Not true.
All right, let's get off this topic. This is a tough choice. I honestly don't know how to decide this. I don't know what we're going to do about this. So we're not going to arm wrestle, but what we can do... Man, this is a really tough one. Give me one athlete, one moment in your sports history, one individual moment, in 15 seconds or less, one individual sports moment from your city to rep it. You were last time, hit me. 15 seconds in the best Boston moment.
Best Boston moment. Are we talking about?
We're talking best Boston sports moment.
The national anthem last year at the first Bruins game after the Boston Marathon bombing. The entire city singing together. The Bruins go on to win the game, make it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. You want me to add another one on top of that?
No.
That's the same thing?
I want one.
Red Sox games.
Go.
2 goals, 17 seconds. Latest goal.
You already used that argument?
I know I already used that. If you want one other moment, Game 6, Michael Jordan.
Bobby Orr's goal.
Stop.
I
know you hate Jordan. I know you think
you think he's don't misquote me. I don't think he's on a pedestal. I don't think he's on a pedestal.
But you can't deny Game 6.
I can't deny Game 6, but I can't deny a nation rallying behind a city.
I disagree.
I can't deny it. I can't deny the nation rallying behind a city. If you guys disagree, take it to our Facebook page and tell me how you feel. Nick, Bridget, back to you guys at the desk.
They're both clearly wrong. Detroit is the best sports city in America.
Whoa, wait. I'm pretty sure Detroit's still bankrupt, right?
But we've won 11 Stanley Cups, so we're rich.
Yeah, what have you done for me lately? Anyway, as one of the 7, wow, that many? Yeah, 7 graduating members of the Sports Locker, we couldn't let this day go by without getting all nostalgic and reflective about our time here. Leia, Bacuyag, Audrey Bailey, and Grace Runkle have created some magic yet again. This week, the trio put together a secret send-offs for all the seniors.
Favorite memory probably would have to have been when I interviewed brick. That took us probably about an hour and a half for what was a 5-minute interview.
I mean, really just being in the studio on Thursdays, just every week, just working together and having fun. It's just a memory in and of itself, I suppose. There's no real specific day.
Joe has helped me so much, not only in Sports Locker, but in my classes and to help me get internships as well.
My favorite senior memory is after the Wichita State game, I got to go to the post-game interview with Joe and Nick, and that was really cool.
I think my favorite senior memory would be when I decided to join the Phoenix for I think it would be when I decided to join the Phoenix and I had to edit my first story, and Nick took his own time out of his day and helped me edit my whole paper or my article, and it was really nice because he was really helpful.
My favorite memory, I think, is when all of us traveled an hour and a half or something like that to go to play laser tag. And it was a very glorious adventure because everybody, specifically Joe and Megan, were decked out in really sleek black clothes, and they looked like they just rolled out of an action movie.
What I have to do is I have to say the name, and then you don't know which one's coming, and then you just have to do it.
That's not gonna work.
Jillian.
Hi everyone, I'm Nick Amatangelo.
Hey. Chris.
I wear polos. Oh God, I should know this one. I know I'm the best.
What's up? I'm Chris.
Oh God.
Bridget. Boston, and then the Boston Bruins. Boston, the Boston Harbor, and then the Boston Tea Party.
I can't even do it.
I feel like Rebecca has a distinct laugh, and I'm going to attempt it, but it's going to be really bad. It's like a I think that's nowhere near her laugh, but I remember having a very distinct laugh in a good way. In a good way, not what I just did. Joe.
So guys, we kind of have a problem here. So I heard Leo mention that we have not really been following the rules in the court. So when you're filming, make sure that you all, try your best, but follow the rules, all right? Love you all. Good job.
Okay. Megan, oh gosh, Nick!
Now, I'm sorry for all of you who have been here and been, I get it. This is not you. This is for that minority who's not here. All right? Damn them.
Thank you for accepting me into RSL so quickly. I loved being a part of it, and I'm gonna miss you guys even though I haven't known you guys very long. It was a pleasure.
I just want to say thank you. I'm a freshman this year, obviously, and I just had the best year. And I know it's because of all the seniors and everyone else that I met at Sports Locker.
I only have been here a semester, and it was a really great experience, and I really enjoyed being around the seniors, and wish I had been there longer because it was a great time.
Good luck with everything in the future. Congratulations on graduating, and hopefully you guys will all come back and visit so I can see you again.
So working with you guys was such a joy because every single one of you was willing to work with my ridiculous questions. And not to mention, this is a competitive industry, and every single one of you works together as a family and helps us grow as well. So thanks, you guys.
Learned so much, and you guys have been all kind of accepted me with open arms, and gained a lot of great friends, so thank you all so much.
I know that they're gonna do great, whatever they do, but it's just gonna be hard without them.
Just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Get out of here.
Wow, that was a really good Jillian impression.
Yeah, that wasn't her. Actually, you know what? I'm surprised the people impersonating you didn't dislocate their right arm.
Ha 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 ha. Well, That's it for this season of the Rambler Sports Locker. Be sure to keep up with us on RamblerSportsLocker.com for full updates as the spring sports seasons come to a close. For the last time, I'm Megan Carabelli.
And I'm Joe Flaherty. Thanks for stopping by the locker. And don't forget to turn out the lights.
I did not dislocate my shoulder that dumb.
I threw the paper. I threw the paper and it landed right back in front of you. I really hope no one else saw that.